pleased here to represent CAREL, well described by Jean Miro. If some of you is asking why CAREL, that is basically an electronic component manufacturer, is sponsoring such a kind of event and conference, the reason is basically can be understood by the words of our Managing Director, Francesco Nalini. CAREL recognizes the environmental issues as a corporate priority, and this is the reason why our company, since the beginning, since foundation in 1973, so it's a next generation, okay, like me, I was born in the same year, has always been trying to improve and innovate in the HVAC industry by designing, by producing components, solutions for any possible application on our market. Basically, and concentrated on energy efficiency and performances, of course, of products. And never before, and today, these kind of topics, as were presented before, and so sustainability, efficiency, in general, innovation in the HVAC industry are typical and are important today. You, of course, perfectly know that this year, 2016, has been the hottest here on records. And moreover, when looking at our sector, even if right today the HVAC sector did not address it to have a huge impact on the greenhouse effect by just few percent of the total global warming impact of our industry, of the industry, but projections on the future are quite clear. Everybody knows that our sector will be more and more and more, let me say, important in its effects concerning both global warming, but in general the use of energy. So, for this reason, of course, and some other reason, of course, you know that 2 months ago in Kigali, Rwanda, the Montreal Protocol has been updated, let me say, with the introduction of the phase down of HFCs. There was a huge, more than 180 countries all over the world, they agreed about this phase down. And this is a key point that is influencing a lot our industry in the next years. Most people would complain about the fact that when trying to meet regulation like this one, or like the F-gas regulation in Europe, you can have issues with the business, basically, because as an example, in this very moment, the introduction of new refrigerants and the barriers against or new fluids and so on can impact our businesses. However, occasions like this one, like today, and like this conference, are an opportunity for us, for all the industry, to work together to demonstrate that we understood the needs of, I guess, the Earth, of everybody, of the next generations. And we will try to do our job, let me say. We will try to play our role as stakeholders in this field, let me say. Speaking about today, you already know this conference is divided in two main topics. The first one is related with the cold chain. And when focusing on cold chain, we will speak about the F-gas regulation in Europe and its effects, and in general the food waste and the let's say the impact of the air conditioning and refrigeration in general as means of trying to avoid food poverty all around the world. When concentrating a little bit on F-gas regulation, I think that Europe is a leading country on this topic, and has given the basis on which the Kigali Agreement has been set. And so we have from one side a privilege and on the other side a duty, try to analyze together what worked well and what not in in the last 2 years since this regulation took place. As an example, Europe is leading in terms of technologies with alternative refrigerants, especially natural refrigerants like CO2. Most of the plants worldwide are based in Europe, so we have for sure the best technology available in the world. However, some of you, when we were speaking this morning about the level of knowledge of all the involved people, especially people that is involved in maintenance or servicing plants and units, where competence is not still so high when dealing with new refrigerants, especially with natural refrigerants. And maybe this morning we can also discuss about all the efforts that national organizations, but also at European level, so all the effort that many organizations are making, try to cover the gap of knowledge by teaching, by training, but also all the technologies that are involved in trying to make the life easier for who's going to make the maintenance, just like using commissioning or designing tools, or using user interfaces or systems that are able to control and monitor plants and to make it a little bit easier to understand how new technology works. When jumping to the second part of this cold chain discussion that will be focused on food waste, of course we will not directly speak about production of food in general, but of course the impact of our industry. And again, I would say that as an example that the kind of monitoring system that are normally used for maybe optimizing energy consumption or maintenance of plants are more and more important to try to avoid food waste and to, of course, reduce the amount or to predict a situation that can affect temperatures and then, of course, conservation of food. When moving to the second big topic that are buildings, we will concentrate, as we said, on energy usage in general and on air quality, two important topics. You know that already mentioned eco-design, directive regulations and norms are quite aligned since many years, trying to introduce concepts of efficiency at the component and unit level, and it is quite important. We do not have to stop on working on this and try to move to a more maybe system level, try not only to focus on single components or units, but also understanding that when you manage a complete system, you can save a lot of energy. Studies are, trying to estimate that can be between 15 and 20% of energy saving, extra energy saving that can be granted by a system view in terms of energy. But this but not last, speaking about air quality, the EPEE directive has pushed a lot on zero emission buildings, or in general sustainability, and so trying to make the buildings in a way in which the air conditioning or heating energy usage will be lowered. However, if we don't consider the air quality, and if you live in a closed box, of course it will be a problem for our world, but also when speaking about hospitals in general, we can for sure meet new issues correlated to the fact that there's no rules about this. So when making some examples of technologies, when try to improve the air quality of ambience, it's becoming more popular, the concept of introducing fresh air inside, so air treatment, okay, to recover the need of putting fresh air, but it's also important to do it wisely by using heat recovery systems that are becoming a need in case we would like to use more fresh air for the buildings. So just a conclusion for this. We got 4 main topics to discuss, and I guess that all of them will cover almost completely and let us give this opportunity to propose solutions or to find new ideas that can maybe drive the innovation and evolution of the European and international situation that we have right now. I thank you all, of course, for being here, and have a nice and fruitful day. And I give the word to the representative of the Dutch Ministry, I guess. Okay, thank you again.
So thank you very much, Biagio, Jürgen, and Juan for all the introductions. Thank you, Russell, of course, as well. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Erwin Mulders, I hope I pronounced this correctly, of the Dutch Ministry of Infrastructure and Environment, where he is Head of Unit for International and EU Climate Policies. So it's a great pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for coming, and we very much look forward to your speech. And meanwhile, may I remind everybody to tweet as much as you can, because I can see that our Twitter wall comes to life. So, thank you.
Thank you.